In many ways, the kind of work that I was trained to do and grew up wanting to do has found a perfect home here in Centro. Been really inspired by the history of so many activists and organizers, as well as academics and artists who have used whatever tool is at their disposal to create change. It is a marvel to me that I've been able to kind of get to this place, but it's not without lots of support and inspiration and mentorship from other folks. And I don't think it's any small thing that I come from this particular background as a first gen, as someone who comes from very, working class, poor backgrounds. None of this was necessarily ever seen to me as achievable. I'd never really known anyone personally who did this until I entered higher education. I first heard about Centro as an undergrad at Rutgers University, and it was in my Puerto Rican studies classes that we had read articles from Centro and learned a little bit about the history of Centro. And then I learned a lot more about Centro as a grad student at Berkeley. And very quickly it became this huge beacon on a real inspiration for somebody like me who grew up in Hoboken, just right across the river, and who has family all over New York. I thought how incredible that this institution exists and serves the community and just fosters all of our history. I'm not just a woman, but I'm a Afro-Puerto Rican, I'm a Black woman, and the first Black woman to be the head of Centro. And I think that is really incredible, especially when you take into account the way that Afro-Puerto Ricans, Black Puerto Ricans have been oftentimes erased from the national history, erased from our contributions to Puerto Rico and the diaspora. I think this is an opportunity to really bring to the fore the immense leadership and history of activism and integrity and organizing that women and Black people and Black women in particular have done in Puerto Rico and the diaspora. And I hope to kind of bring all that and hold that in me as I move forward into this position. For Centro, I see a future that is really vibrant, that is full of the kind of breadth and depth of what Puerto Ricans can offer and what we give to the world, as a place that is able to have resources and to provide resources of all kinds, intellectual and otherwise, to the community, to people who might not have ever seen themselves represented by Centro or even as part of it or being able to participate in it. I see a future of Centro that is incredibly inclusive, that is deeply rooted here in New York City, but that is related and relational across the United States, across Puerto Rico and the broad diasporas outside of the Northern Hemisphere, and in that way really speaking to the lived experiences of Puerto Ricans from all over the world.